Hello, hello everybody, and welcome to our fourth annual MPS Day of Code event. We're here to kick off National Computer Science Education Week, which starts next Monday, December 6th. It's a week where all students across the country, and in fact across the world, are encouraged to participate in at least 1 hour of coding. I'm Todd Hartwig, the Instructional Technology Teacher Leader for Milwaukee Public Schools. And in this session, we're showcasing elementary level student projects and instructional resources. Today, Mrs. Richards and her amazing 4th and 5th grade students from Milwaukee Academy of Chinese Language will share their Scratch coding projects. But before that, I have the honor to introduce you to Nadia Johnson, our MC for the second year in a row. Nadia is an MPS Rufus King High School graduate. She also graduated from Marquette University with a bachelor's degree in computer science, as well as a master's degree in computer science. She's the founder of Jet Constellations and Milwaukee, Milky Way Tech Hub. This past summer, in partnership with the City of Milwaukee Earn and Learn program, Nadia coordinated STEAM and Dream Masterclass, a paid opportunity for our high school students to immerse themselves in real-world computer science app development from design to implementation. Her passion for STEM and diversity in the field is really inspiring. So please give her a warm Zoom welcome.
Awesome, and thank you, Todd. And hello and welcome to the MPS Day of Code. I, again, am Nadia Johnson, and I will be your host for today's event. Now, one thing I love about computer science is that it can be leveraged to accomplish so many incredible things. So I want you to think about your interests, and I bet you computer science or data science plays an integral or significant role in that industry. So I'm so excited to dive into today's programming, and I'm ready to get started. To kick things off with the MPS Day of Code event, we have a special message from Dr. John Hill, the Director of College and Career Readiness for Milwaukee Public Schools. Let's listen in.
Good morning. I'm Dr. John Hill, Director of College and Career Readiness for Milwaukee Public Schools. I want to welcome all of you on behalf of our Superintendent, Dr. Keith Posley, to our Day of Code. Today's day is made possible because of our wonderful community partners, including Jet Constellations, Milky Way Tech Hub, Milwaukee Tech Hub, Learn Deep, Northwestern Mutual, and Accenture. Did you know Milwaukee is one of the fastest growing tech ecosystems in the country, and that by 2024 there will be an estimated 31,000 job openings in this field? Coding is such an important skill to learn. Think of it as a language. Once you master that language, the only thing holding you back will be your imagination. Consider the fact that the spaceship that landed men on the moon, the computer in that ship was less powerful than the computer in our phones we use today. That's how quickly all of this is changing. So I want to encourage all of you to study hard, use your imaginations, and let's get coding. Thank you.
Awesome. Thank you, Dr. Thank you, Dr. Hill, for your inspiring words. So what does computer science mean to you? I want you to take a minute. Whatever came to mind, computer science is all of that and so much more. Almost everything that we come in contact with contains code or has been impacted by a computer in some way, shape, or form. So let's learn a little bit more. Let's see some computer science in action. Mrs. Richards, we'll pause here.
What do you want to be when you grow up, Olivia? An astronaut.
Do you happen to know what a computer programmer is?
Yeah, no. Wait, what?
I'm not really sure how to explain it.
Computer programming is pretty simple. It's a set of instructions like a recipe. You have to follow them step by step to get the end result you want.
What computer science is that it's a way to impact the world.
It can be music videos, it can be games.
Detect whether or not someone's related to someone else. You can, find people's friends. You can do all sorts of other crazy things, like actually save lives.
You do have to have a drive, I think. And it is to me like a paintbrush. I think great programming is not all that dissimilar from great art.
When I finally learned a little bit of programming, that blank wall resolved into a bunch of doors, and you open them, and of course the thing you find behind them is another hallway filled with a bunch of doors.
Programming's fun and easy. You can do anything your mind wants to do.
Finally, you start to open enough doors that the light comes in. And to me, a finished program is like a structure filled with light. All the corners are illuminated.
The number of people that you can touch and interact with is something the world has never seen before.
Our first lesson in this series is all about what computer science is, what a computer scientist does, and how you can be more responsible in your use of technology. It's a very important lesson, but it is a little text heavy. But at the end, you get to make your very own customized encoding using your initials. It's a fun activity and it's very empowering because binary is one of those things that feels very technical, but once you understand it, it's like you speak a secret language.
Mm-hmm. Wow, I'm inspired already. So let's see some computer science in action. Mrs. Richards' awesome 4th and 5th grade students at Milwaukee Academy of Chinese Language can't wait to share their Scratch projects. Scratch is a block-based coding language where students drag and drop the blocks of code and change the variables for their projects. It's perfect for students and teachers who are learning how to code. I've used it many times before in our curriculum. We're going to open up the chat for any questions that may come up during the presentation. So we ask that teachers submit any questions your students may have in the chat, and we'll address those questions during our Q&A time following the presentations.
Hello there. I am Mrs. Richards at the Milwaukee Academy of Chinese Language, and I'm very excited to be able to present and showcase our projects that we have done. We have some 4th and 5th graders. They have been working with Scratch. They are learning coding through Scratch. And we're happy about that because the kids are learning, they're learning conditional thinking, they're learning logic, they're using mathematical reasoning, and they also get to have a lot of creativity and imagination. So on that note, I am going to present our 4th and 5th graders to you today.
Jerry, I am in the 5th grade, and today I will be presenting a dice game that I made
using Scratch.
Using Scratch.
And your coding skills.
And my coding skills.
Excellent. Okay, let's get that up.
Okay, so this is a dice game to where you press the green flag, dice will roll from 1 to 6, and like to me, Miss Richards has showed me this game called Skunk, and if you get 1-1, you lose 1. Like I lost a couple points, but if I get 2 1s, I lose everything.
Right, so you still have to write the code for that part, but that's the goal. And right now he's got his dice set up to do what? What is it doing every time?
Every time it rolls, whatever the number is that I roll, it goes to the scoreboard.
Excellent. Adds it on to what was there before. So, would you like to share your actual script there, Jerry?
So my script is when flag click goes to X64, Y minus 20, repeat, pick random number 50 to 100, turn 20 degrees, and then turn 15 degrees. Switch costume, pick random 1 to 6.
Okay, keep going.
Point direction 90 if costume 1. If costume,
and then it looks like you did a second dice exactly the same. Is that right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Explain about this though down here. And then I got a couple questions.
When R key is pressed, set the score to 0. See, I can show it. If I press R, the score goes to 0.
Oh, a reset button. Good.
And if I roll again, and then I press R again, I get 0.
Nice. You have pick random 1 to 6. What does that relate to directly?
My costumes. I have a costume from 1. I have 1 costume for number 1. Then I have them all the way going to 6.
Oh, it makes sense to me. Yeah. So let's go back to the script. So then that's why you can say if the costume number matches, is 1, then the score does what?
It changed by 1.
Excellent job. And both the dice do that. So it's going to add them both. Good job. Hi, I'm Mrs. Richards, and this is Samara. She's going to show us a scratch project that she did recently. So here it is.
This is the color spinner. Well, it's just a spinner, but you can call it a color spinner. And how it works is you press S, and then it lands on a color, and then over here it keeps track of how many times it landed on it.
Nice.
So you can just keep spinning it, and you'll know how many times it landed on each one. And then to make these go all back to 0, you can just press R to reset them.
Excellent. So you even had a reset button. That's wonderful. All right. So would you like to tell us a little bit about the code, how you put this together? Okay.
So when the S key is pressed, it's going to repeat a random number of times, and then it's going to turn a random number of degrees so you don't know where it's going to turn. And then if there's this little thing on the end of the spinner, and if that color touches one of these 4 colors, it's going to change one of the things up here to by 1.
Excellent. So those are the variables, and I see you have 4 of them. What are they? Which 4 are they?
Well, pink, red, blue, and yellow.
Excellent. That makes sense with your spinner. Good. And then how does the rest of this work?
Well, to make them go all back to 0, R for reset, and then it just sets blue, pink, red, and yellow all back to 0.
Thank you very much. Good job.
Hello, my name is Lahel, and I'm going to be presenting my project. So this is my Etch-a-Sketch, and this is how it works. And when you click the green flag, the green line disappears.
Can you make a shape with that, perhaps?
Sure.
So it goes different directions. You're going down. Now you're going to the right. I wonder if you can go up also. Oh, very good. Wow. Okay. What does that stay on there then, or is there a way to reset it and clear that?
Yeah, there's a way. I just click on the green flag right here and there.
Okay. Excellent. I noticed something. I want to ask you a question. We're going to go back to your script to explain that. I noticed that you are able to get it to move in different directions. How did you do that? Can you explain your script for us?
Sure.
Okay.
So here it is. I'm gonna start right here. I'm gonna start when you click the down arrow, it goes down, and you gotta put the pen down too, and you gotta change the Y by the 10. And here
Is that 10 or is it? I don't know.
Oh, it's -10.
Oh.
And here's another one. You gotta put it. You gotta click the up arrow so it can go up when the key is pressed, and then pen down again, and I change the Y by 10. When the 0 is in the middle and the negative is like when you go to the lowest number, like when you go down here, and I put it in the middle, then I go down.
It's negative. I see.
Now, thank you for watching my my project.
Very good.
My name is Walter. You're gonna see my input and output project.
Okay. How does this work?
It works every time you click on the machine. It spits out 1 to 10 on the other and multiply that by 10.
Oh, so you're saying that it'll generate an input, and then what does it do to that input to get the output?
Multiply it by 10.
Oh, there it goes. You did it. 550. I get it. Very good. Go back and show us your script. How did you get that to work?
I use the pick random 1 to 10 for set input to 1 to 10, set output to multiply input by 10.
And I see you did like a 2 times 5, which is essentially 10, right? So
and press R, it resets.
Oh, thank you. You had a reset button. Good thinking, because then you can get it down to 0. Very good. I love it. Excellent. Did you enjoy doing this project?
Yes.
Excellent. All right.
So this was our presentation at Mackle, and we want to say happy coding, and you guys want to try it too. It's super fun. Bye.
Bye.
See you next time.
Many thanks to Mrs. Richards and her brilliant students for sharing their Scratch projects with us. They're so creative. I bet you couldn't tell that the students learned all that coding in just a few weeks. They're standing by to take your questions. Please ask your teacher to post your questions in the chat. I'm Karen Green, and I am the MPS K-12 computer science coach. Let's see, for a first question, we have, this is for Lahel. Lahel, is there a way to input directions that generate curved lines that you can make a curved line, or can they all only be straight? You'll need to unmute yourself.
What do you think?
And if you could show us your camera, that'd be grand too.
Yeah, there you are. Okay, Lahel, what would you say to that? Through the code you did, it was creating straight lines, right? Okay. Do you think there's a way to make them curved?
Yeah, I think so.
But maybe you're not sure what that would be yet.
Yeah, I'm not sure because it was hard to do the coding, and I didn't know how to do the curved lines. I didn't see anything to make the curved lines.
Okay, and I have to say, Lahel, you know what? That's something we can learn later. That involves some work with functions and angles, and anyway. We have a project, one that I've done with kids before, that's making orbits. And so you're making elliptical kinds of things. And so there is a way to do it. That's going to require a little more mathematics there and a little more problem solving, but the possibilities there, right? Yeah. But you know what? Think about an Etch-a-Sketch. Does that go with straight lines or curved?
It goes with straight lines.
Mm-hmm. Right, so that was our goal. So you did a super good job. Thank you. Oh, how long did it take you to create it? Okay, who is that for, that question? Is that for Lahel? Did it take a while? 1 session, 1.5? What? You want to estimate that for us?
It took a while. It took a little while, but I still got it.
Yeah, you were learning about the Cartesian grid. We had to kind of take a look at that to know X and Y and what happens when you look to locate a point, right? To figure out if you're going positive or negative, left or right. Yeah, so you did a lot of learning there.
There's a bunch of questions that are more than that.
Did you have any unexpected problems you had to solve? Kids, anybody want to say something that happened?
Yes.
Okay,
Yeah.
Jerry, and then Samara. Okay, so go ahead, Jerry.
So my problem was when we first started, it was 15-15 for the turning left and right, both 15-15. And when I was turning them, they would just spin out of nowhere, like it just spin everywhere. So I turned the one that goes to the left 20, and then I turned the one on the bottom that's going to the right 15. I left 15 because 20 and 15, like it's gonna even it out to where it just spins properly.
Okay, I like how you solved that because yeah, it was almost going off the table. Like if you were doing a real dice thing here, it's going off the table, and you're like, well, what's the number, right? So you had to fix that. Good job. And Samara had a problem to solve as well. Go ahead.
When we have the spinner thing, and it spun, every time it landed on a color, there would be too many numbers on the variables, so we put.
Why was that?
Because the black spinner was touching every color when it went around.
Okay, so you had to put a little color dot on the point is how I noticed that you solved that. Good work. Okay, Lahel.
I had a problem with the extra sketch because the blue line wasn't supposed to go in the red square, but it actually did, and I didn't find a way to to solve it. But we're gonna work on it.
I love your attitude. That's exactly what we do here. We work on it, and that's the power here, solving problems, right? Okay, love it. Okay,
you guys are awesome. We're gonna have to get back to our program.
Okay.
We will be answering some questions in the chat if we didn't get to your question during the live session. Okay, thanks you guys. You were amazing.
Thank you. I know they're awesome.
Yes, truly, truly incredible job. And now I am so very excited for one of my favorite parts of today's programming. I'm excited to present the Milky Way Tech Hub Outstanding CS Teacher Award, which is sponsored by American Family Insurance. There is a $1,000 prize to be applied to the computer science education that will be shared equally by teachers at the 3 MPS schools that are the cornerstone of today's MPS Day of Code event. Mrs. Richards, who always goes above and beyond in her dedication to computer science, is receiving the Milky Way Tech Hub Outstanding Computer Science Teacher Award for the elementary level on behalf of Milwaukee Academy of Chinese Language. A big congratulations to Mrs. Richards, and thank you so much for all you do, truly. Now, I'm super excited to share these awesome resources with all of you. If you're wondering how to get your elementary level students starting with coding, as a kindergarten through 5th grade teacher, when you become a part of the PUMP CS grant, you have access to code.org's Computer Science Fundamentals curriculum and PD. You also have access to monthly district-wide K-5 computer science POC support, and you have access to classroom coaching. So if you are interested in learning more, please add your name, your email address, and the letters CSF in the chat. If you have any questions about PD or anything related to MPS Day of Code, please contact Karen Green at her email shown on the slide. Teachers, we have a lot of resources for you, so please feel free to get screenshots and quick photos so that we may follow up with you later. Now, if you teach at the elementary level, here is more specific information about computer science fundamental PD opportunities throughout the year. There are opportunities for you individually or whole school training for your entire staff. Now, individual training is available during the school year in a whole school session. In the summer, a CSF session is offered during the Marquette University PD Week. This year, the summer PD is July 25th through the 29th, 2021. Whole school sessions are held on Saturdays during the school year or any day during the summer. And again, there is no cost to you or your school, and MPS staff members who actively participate are paid a $200 stipend through Marquette University and PUMP CS grant. So again, put your name, your email, and the letters CSF in the chat if you want to learn more about these computer science fundamentals. Another awesome resource, the Computer Science Teacher Association, Wisconsin Dairyland chapter, provides resources and professional opportunities to support your computer science instruction. And a basic membership is free, so please visit their site for more information. Their site is seen on this slide. And here's one of my favorite organizations, Maybe you aren't sure how to fit coding into your school day, or your students want more coding time. Either way, if you want to start an after-school computer science club but are not sure where to begin, please check out Girls Who Code. They offer free guidance for computer science clubs in grades 3 through 12 with mentor and peer support available. Their mission is to close the gender gap in tech, but boys are also welcome. Now, personally, I love family nights. So if you want to make your next open house a huge success, Family Code Night is an engaging K-5 event. It is free and includes a timeline and guidebook to help with planning. Your students will be coding side by side with their families. Isn't that cool? Now, let's find out what our MPS students who are learning computer science or coding have to say about it. Let's listen in.
What I like most about computer science and coding is being able to be creative with technology.
I like the robots because I got to make it like stop for like 3 seconds and turn around and zigzag.
Putting the puzzles together, and that's why I like coding. It's super fun.
My favorite project is this project development because I was building an app, which was pretty cool and fun.
I'm a gamer, so what goes in behind the scenes of gaming, it's really opened my mind to how much work they actually put into the things I like to do.
I like coding because you can make your own stuff and be very creative with it.
What I like most about coding is the struggle and what you can do with coding.
What I like about computer science is that it keeps my brain active, and I really enjoy it as well.
I mostly like the odds a lot.
So one thing I love about computer science is the problem-solving part.
When coding, you can create a new game.
My favorite project was troubleshooting the app and working with the STEM club.
It's just that I like coding and being able to create new apps.
Actually, when I grow up, I want to be a software engineer.
I like that computer science allows me to be creative as well as solve problems I care about.
Well, I do like making websites, so that would probably help me a lot with it, and making games.
Happy coding.
Awesome. I'm so inspired by these young people. I'm gonna have to start up my own coding side project real soon. So now for the fun part, it's time to start coding. Check out the following resources to get started with activities for National Computer Science Education Week that starts December 6th through the 10th. If you see something you're interested in, we would suggest taking a screenshot or a photo, or you can revisit the presentation once it's posted to the MPS YouTube site. Recall, all of these resources are accessible through Clever, Undercoding, and provide easy instruction for students and teachers. One of my favorite resources, code.org, is a K-5 computer science fundamentals platform. In addition to the curriculum that they provide, there are numerous Hour of Code activities to engage your students with as well. Then there's Brainpop. Brainpop and Brainpop Junior both have a variety of activities for Day of Code and beyond. One of my favorite platforms is Scratch. Using Scratch, students can create stories, games, and animations. We saw some awesome examples of using Scratch through our projects today with Mrs. Richards' students. The Milky Way Tech Hub has leveraged Scratch in our computer science and data science curriculum, and we have always had a blast. CS First is another great way to introduce students to coding using Scratch, so I encourage you to check them out as well. Then there's Blockly. Blockly Games has games and puzzles to engage students' computational thinking skills while having fun. Now, have you heard of Makerboxes? Every MPS school has them in their libraries. They contain robots and other fun technology for classrooms to use at all grade levels. So please talk to your school librarian or your administrator to find out more about Makerboxes. I'm super excited to share that the Milky Way Tech Hub and American Family Insurance has the opportunity for your students to meet local tech professionals without ever leaving your classroom. So if you would like to arrange a visit from a STEM professional, please register at the link shown on the slide, or feel free to drop your name and email and the words Milky Way in the chat, and I'm happy to connect with you. The Milwaukee Tech Hub Coalition is sponsoring the online Greater Milwaukee Hour of Tech. Their goal is to have many students engaged in computer science activities. So let's put MPS on the tech map and register on the link here to make your classroom activity count. Now, if you missed any part of today's Day of Code event or want to share it with others, use it in your classroom assignment. It will be available for viewing after Thursday, December 2nd at the MPS YouTube link here.
So we'd really like to thank you, Nadia, for everything you do with the Milky Way Tech Hub, for being the perfect host today. As always, your emceeing skills are amazing. We thank you for everything you do for us on this day, but throughout the year, and all of the times you've spent with us and our students in MPS. And thanks to all of our partners who collaborated to make this event possible. When it comes down to it, we really want to thank you, teachers, for taking the time today, and students for taking the time to learn about code. If you're already coding, thank you so much. If you're just taking it on, it is a blast. You will have seen from our students today, they had a great time doing it. It's amazing opportunity to learn and persevere into some really cool stuff. So thank you all.
Thank you all, and thank you, Todd.
And with that, we are ending our session. We have to get to another one. So thank you, everybody. Have a great day and good luck coding.